Hey, Guy Kirby here. Want to give you guys a little update on what we're doing. Working on putting in cabinet drawers. A little background information on why we're doing it. We were pricing out kitchen cabinets and looking for ways to save money. And one of those ways was making our own cabinet drawers. Just going to give you a little rundown on what we've done so far and what the process is moving forward. So here is one of the boxes that we've currently made. What I've used is a 1x3 to make the box, and then a sheet of 1/4-inch handy panel on the bottom to create our surface for things to rest in. You have one board, and then you're butting this board right next to it. So nothing fancy, and the way that we got them to stay together, we use wood glue, and then we also use brad nails to punch them together and hold them together. So if you've never done it before and want to save money, then it's well worth it to try this method out. So at this point, I'm going to show you how we went about attaching everything together. As I mentioned before, we've already put the box together, so now I'm just going to be putting the bottom, the base on. So I've already measured everything out. What I did to make sure I had perfect fits for everything, I just used my handy panel, put it on top of the box, and I just traced around it and made my cut from there. I'm going to be using wood glue and just going along the entire top of the box and bead all the way around. Now we're placing the handy panel on top, making sure that all of our corners are lined up. And I've done this a few times already, so I was able to confirm everything is lined up already. And now I'm just going to be shooting 5/8" brad nails into the bottom of the box to secure the bottom on. And there we have it. Our box is together. Now that we have the box made, we're going to be placing it into the cabinet. What we bought are bottom drawer slides. They come in many different sizes. They come with all the hardware that you need to mount them in the cabinet. Okay guys, so getting ready to put the hardware on for the drawers to roll in and out. And what we're going to do, we're going to take this apart and we're going to start the installation process. So first, what we want to do, we want to take these apart. They just pull right apart. Once you have that, we are going to measure to make sure that we have the right distances, and we're going to install it, make sure that it's level. So I have my level here, and we have our hardware, so go ahead and do it. Okay, so now that we have the hardware installed, I went ahead and put the slides back in. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and set the box on the slides and make sure that everything's even on each side, and I'm going to trace the slides to make sure that they're exactly where they need to be whenever I put them on the bottom of the box. So want to make sure that sides of the box have even spacing on each side of them, and Then I'm gonna make sure the fronts are lined up with the hardware. I'm gonna go underneath and just trace with my pencil where they're at on each side. So then whenever I go back to put the top slide hardware on, I'm gonna know exactly where the slide needs to go, and I won't have any issue with it not lining up. Okay, so now we're working on installing the top slides. A couple things you want to take into consideration. I've already put these on, so now I'm just going to walk you guys through it. When installing the slides, you want to make sure the distance from the cabinet side to the slide is the same distance on the front and the back. And you also want to make sure that the slide itself is level. So we made sure that all of those things were in check on each slide. From there, whenever installing the slide, what I did, same thing, making sure that the bracket is level, and from the front of the box to the back of the box, and same distance height-wise from this side of the box and the other side of the box. So once you do all that, screw it in. It should be an easy fit and should slide right in. One other thing, whenever you are measuring for your box size, you need to take into account taking it off for the slide. I believe we ended up taking off an inch total on the box size to count for half an inch and a half inch on each side for the slide. So there you have it. These are our DIY cabinet drawers.